charges. You can continue to watch that special report on our website, Wjbf.com. Meantime, we want to bring you up to date with the local headlines. Coverage you can count on does begin now in Aiken County, where the sheriff's office is investigating a deadly shooting. It happened today on Weston Street off Atomic Road. That's near North Augusta High School. Here's what the sheriff's office had to say to the media.
When our deputies arrived on scene, they found a 24-year-old black male suffered from an apparent gunshot wound. EMS was called out here to the scene where he was later pronounced deceased. So right now we are in early stages of this investigation. Obviously, we're still searching for all the answers that we can in this situation.
The victim is identified as Carnell Nelius. If you know anything about the shooting, you are asked to contact the sheriff's office. Also in Aiken County, a pedestrian is dead after being hit by a vehicle. It happened this morning in Rich Spring, in front of a home on Piper Road, near Reedy Fork Road. The coroner's office and Highway Patrol are investigating. Time now for a first check of our forecast. For that, we're going to turn it over to meteorologist Miller Hyatt.
5 for 6 forecast coming up, Jenny.
All right, thank you so much, Miller. We continue now in Columbia County, where a Grovetown woman is in jail after investigators say she left her 1-year-old son in a closet for hours while she delivered DoorDash orders. Hannah Latier joins us live from the apartment complex where she was arrested. Hannah?
That's right, Jenny. 24-year-old Shania Sebastian was arrested and charged on Saturday night with cruelty to children and cruelty to animals. According to an incident report, the 1-year-old's grandmother called Columbia County Sheriff's Office to do a welfare check. She told them she was informed by the child's father that the child was left unattended between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. when Sebastian worked. According to a Sheriff's Office report, Columbia County firefighters found the 22-month-old sleeping on the floor in a closet in Sebastian's apartment on Grizz Mill Court. The child was surrounded by trash with bruises on his body and what appeared to be feces in his ear. There were also 8 animals found in the home, many of them also covered in feces. People who also live in the apartment building are shocked.
And I was just blown away that someone would leave their child, underage child, in the house like that. Had I known, I probably would have reported it.
The child is now in his grandmother's custody. The Division of Family and Children's Services will be following up with the case. Live in Grovetown, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much for that report. In Augusta, the father of an 8-year-old killed in a drive-by shooting last year has filed a lawsuit against the city. Arthur Anthony filed against the city of Augusta and the Augusta Housing Authority. He claims the city and apartment complex failed to provide controlled access, active security deterrence, adequate lighting, and other measures to drastically reduce the threat of crime. He also says the city and housing authority were negligent and operating in bad faith, and he's seeking $1 million in damages. No word yet on when that lawsuit might be heard, but we will stay on top of it and update you when a ruling is made. A local animal shelter has fallen on hard times and needs your help. Tiffany Hobbs has more.
The CSRA Humane Society provides a safe haven for animals without homes, and there are several ways that you can help them take care of animals like Belle here and her friends. The animal shelter located on Wood Street is in need of food and household items like laundry detergent and garbage bags. And now that it's getting warmer, Christine Collins tells us that donations will be a great help towards their utility bills, which can reach up to $1,500 per month in the summer. She says volunteers and donors are the lifeline to keeping their doors open.
Every day that phone rings, and every day I've got probably 20, 30 people that found a pet or can't take their pet with them or are no longer able to take care of their pet. And it's super overwhelming, and not just for us, but for every rescue in this community.
For more information on how you can help the CSRA Humane Society, visit us at WJBF.com. In Augusta, I'm Tiffany Hobbs, WJBF News Channel 6.
Augusta city leaders debate how to make a low bridge safer. At just over 10 feet off the roadway, the Olive Road overpass has been struck by trucks going back for decades. 3 years ago, the city put in warning devices like speed humps and flashing stop signs, but the hits keep on coming. Now, commissioners are saying it's time to hang chains above the road to alert drivers to the bridge's height, something other cities have done.
Anywhere from Florida to New York has the same issue, same problems. The remedy that I have found that most cities has done is put a chain PVC combination to warn the drivers. Makes a lot of noise, gets their undivided attention.
A commission committee recommending the city put the bridge's height into the GPS navigation systems and have the traffic engineering study what other cities are doing with low bridge problems. Richmond County school bus drivers could get more money next school year. Tonight, a vote on the budget will include that. The hope is that a higher pay will bring in more job seekers to help fill the more than 20 open positions. School board member Shawanda Griffin says it's past time for a pay increase for drivers.
So they're the last ones of us, of the system, that sees your child. They're the first one that sees your child. And the right bus driver can set a day off so great, can impart love to that child and send them out into the classroom, into the school building, and then can send them home with the right attitude.
That meeting will be at the Board of Education headquarters at 6 p.m. Today we are mourning the death of local journalist Don Rhodes. Don died Friday. He covered politics and entertainment for the Augusta Herald and the Augusta Chronicle from 1970 to 1993 before transferring within the company to the corporate communications department where he would remain. His nationally known music column, Ramblin' Rhodes, celebrated its 50th anniversary in October of 2020. He also authored several books. Rhodes served on numerous community boards. A memorial service will be held Saturday, June 24th at the American Legion Post 71 in North Augusta, where he served as historian.
Viper 6 alert day certainly for tomorrow, with the potential of strong to even some severe thunderstorms. Coming up, I'm going to show you hour by hour what to expect for your Wednesday. Details and all that in just a few minutes.
Now on News Channel 6 at 6, city leaders want to try something new for the infamous Olive Road overpass. Plus, a mother in Grovetown arrested and charged with child cruelty. We'll hear from a stunned neighbor. And the family of an 8-year-old killed in a drive-by shooting filing a lawsuit against the city of Augusta. The details as your News at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins as it's time for something new at the Olive Road overpass. Some Augusta city leaders saying what's in place isn't working. The rail overpass has been hit by trucks going back for decades, despite steps to warn drivers. Senior reporter George Escala with more now about what Augusta leaders want to try.
It happened again last month. A truck hit the Olive Road overpass.
I think everybody in Augusta is tired of every time that bridge get hit. Everybody makes laughter of it, and we shouldn't have to do that.
City leaders discussing what needs to be done to stop the vehicle hit parade at the overpass. There are 30 warning devices in place now, but it still gets hit. Commissioners looking at articles on what other cities are doing with low bridge problems. One that appears to work is putting up a PVC pipe with chains at the bridge height to alert drivers.
Most cities has done is put a chain PVC combination to warn the drivers. Makes a lot of noise, gets their undivided attention.
Augusta's traffic engineers saying that device could make the city liable for vehicle damage. Then added the city is running out of options at the overpass.
Sort of exhausted most of the things we could do as far as traffic devices. We could close the road, permanently close the road.
Part of what we can control is to cut off that particular portion of the street and make that a part of our
bylaws or whatever you want to say, but I want to close that portion of the street totally down.
I don't support closing that road. I mean, not by any stretch of the imagination. I think that people should take the warning signs seriously.
The engineering committee voting to have the city put the height of the bridge on GPS navigational systems and research what other cities are doing. Meanwhile, the city will continue to warn at the Olive Road overpass and wait when the warnings don't work. In Augusta, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.
This evening, we are mourning the death of longtime local journalist Don Rhodes, who died Friday. He covered politics and entertainment for the Augusta Herald and the Augusta Chronicle from 1970 to 1993, before transferring within the company to the corporate communications department, where he would remain. His nationally known music column, Ramblin' Rhodes, celebrated its 50th anniversary in October 2020. He also authored several books. Rhodes served on numerous community boards. A memorial service will be held Saturday, June 24th at the American Legion Post 71 in North Augusta. That's where he served as historian. One person is dead after a shooting in North Augusta. It happened today on Weston Road near Atomic Road. Investigators say 24-year-old Carnell Nealis was shot at least once and died at the scene. No word on any suspects in the case. An investigation is underway after a post office fire in Clearwater. The building on Jefferson Davis Highway was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived. Investigators say no one was inside when the fire broke out. The Postal Service and the ATF are investigating the fire. Time now for a first check of the forecast.
I'm going to show you hour by hour what we can expect for tomorrow's severe weather and how to prepare for it, all in just a few minutes. Jenny?
All right, Tim, thanks so much. To Grovetown now, where a woman is in jail after investigators say she left her 1-year-old baby in a closet for hours while she delivered DoorDash orders. Hannah Latier joins us live from the apartment complex where she was arrested. Hannah?
That's right, Jenny. 24-year-old Shania Sebastian was arrested and charged on Saturday night with cruelty to children and cruelty to animals. According to an incident report, the 1-year-old's grandmother called Columbia County Sheriff's Office to do a welfare check. She told them she was informed by the child's father that the child was left unattended between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. when Sebastian worked. According to a Sheriff's Office report, Columbia County firefighters found the 22-month-old sleeping on the floor in a closet in Sebastian's apartment on Gristmill Court. The child was surrounded by trash with bruises on his body and what appeared to be feces in his ear. There were also 8 animals found in the home, many of them also covered in feces. People who live in the apartment building are shocked.
And I was just blown away that someone would leave their child, underage child, in the house like that. Had I known, I probably would have reported it.
The child is now in his grandmother's custody. The Division of Family and Children's Services are following up with the case. Live in Grovetown, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
It's been more than a year since an